Okay, in this video, I wanted to show you some embarrassing mistakes and some tips that worked out well on the framing of the floor. And first of all, this tip, putting these leftovers right here with one nail, it's the easy pry off later, is working out really great. It's helping a lot with getting these 4x8 sheets of flooring down here. Another thing I liked about this flooring that I bought is if you look hard enough, you'll see it says this side up on one side, this side down on the other side. It's a lot harder to find the spot that says this side down on the other side. I don't have any of these turned upside down where I can show you, but it's on there with a whole bunch of other writing. So maybe look on the front. It's easier to find the this side up thing. Now, mistakes. I did get the squareness mostly right. I mean, you can see this looks really square on this corner, all the way to that corner. It may not be perfect on this end, I'm not sure. We are the right length on the 16-foot length, as you can see from the corner to the corner. I believe this one's just bowed a little bit, and it'll be better when I hold it in place and nail it in place, but I'm going to put that one in the corner and get a better look. Right now I wanted it out of the corner so you can see better on this video some of the mistakes that I made. Well, there's not a lot of mistakes, but I did make mistakes, and I don't want you to make the mistakes. All right, front to back, it's 12. Well, actually side to side it's 12 foot. Front to back it's 16. But for me, the 12 is front to back because I'm putting the double doors on the side here. And so it's actually where I put the doors is going to make it 12 foot deep. Either way, it is 12 foot. And what I run into is I wished I'd a dry run laid these 4x8 sheets out. They're tongue and groove. And I wish I'd have laid them out and measured them before I did the 12 here, because what I measured on my framing, let me just show you here. I did get the 12 feet right, but as you can see, the OSB board is not exactly 48 inches wide when you factor in the tongue and groove, which really sucks because you're losing, see here, losing about 3/4 of an inch, over half an inch, exactly 5/8 really. But you're losing that much on every board through the tongue and groove, and that accumulates as you go. And the bigger project that you have, the more you're going to lose. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Because if I were to put them lengthwise and run from the 16-foot side to the other end of the 16-foot side, I'm going to come up even shorter, which might be easier to fix than having a little, 1.5-inch strip back here. But that was a mistake. I should have factored that in before I cut and framed. I should have known that and factored it in. I'm staring at another mistake right here, because you can see my marks here on 16-inch centers, and I put my floor joists just to the edge of my marks. And now that I'm looking at this, I should have been putting these right here with the board in the center of the mark, not on the edge of the mark, because look here, my OSB board is right on the edge of that. Now that's kind of a simple fix. It's going to be a lot easier fix than this back here. I can take a piece of 2x4 or something and scab it onto the end of here, or I could de-nail it and move it over so I can split the difference right here where the seam is. The other ones would be okay where they're at, because I can just look at where it's at and nail to the left of the mark and go on down. And there's marks on the OSB as well, so I could just remember to go to the side of where the mark is, and that would be fine. I just go down here and mark all these before I start nailing, and that would be fine. But I will have to do something about this. I'm either going to have to move this over 3/4 of an inch, or I'm going to have to scab a piece of 2x4 side of this 2x6. Since I don't have anything nailed down right now, I can do either one. And then I'll have something to nail the edge to that too. But that is my mistakes. That is the problems I had. I do like doing these. This is really helping out because I can scoot those right against there. When I'll fix this in the middle, I'll nail that stuff down first. Then I'll scoot these right up against there. And then I'll come over here and I'll go to the middle, whichever part of this looks the worst. And I'll just put my foot up against there and put a nail in it, and bam, that'll hold it. Because that is bowed a little bit. I double checked and triple checked, measuring it across and across diagonally, and I do have exactly 20 feet from one to the other. That's what it's supposed to be with a 12 by 16. If you're doing anything different than 12 by 16, that 20-foot measurement's not going to help you. You'll have to do your own calculations, or just Google it. That's what I do, because the formula involves multiplying and then coming up with the square root. I hate doing the square roots, and I either use a calculator that has a square root number, which I never have on the job site, or I just look one up on my phone that has. By the time I do that, I could have just Googled it. I guess in the future it will be a Grok AI in it or something else, or just let the robot build it, or a little bit further in the future than step over the broken bodies of the robots that we killed during the robot wars and try to build it ourselves without any Google or anything. In that case, you probably won't have access to this and you won't be watching this. But if you do have access to this, I'm glad I could help, and I hope this helped you. And if you're one of my relatives way down the line, great grandson or granddaughter, I hope this helps you, and I hope I left something for you. I sure did build a lot in my life, and I hope some of it still remains for you. The next video, I'll be building walls, and the link will be up here in the corner, and the whole playlist showing this project from start to finish should be in the other corner. And thank you bunches to those of you who comment and subscribe, and especially to those of you who share these videos. Y'all are awesome. Isn't that right, Tigger? Hey, Shopcat. Say bye.